Let me move this back some so y'all can get a better view of your boy. Maybe not that far back. Let me right here. Let me see. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? You can't really see my legs, which I really want to get. So let me do something real fast before we begin. Give me 1 second. Move this. Move that. So we can put you right here, and we can get a little lower. All right, that's a little better. This is better than good as we're gonna get. But peace, everybody. Sweet Science Boxing Academy. We back with another video. Um, so I decided to do a live because I really didn't feel like doing all that editing and waiting and all that stuff. So I just wanted to do it just real fast and show you guys live. But we all been hearing about the news, Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. It seems like it's been confirmed from the sources. They saying May or even September. But however, this year, 2025, it seems like we're gonna get that big fight. And it's a lot of people now talking about, now that the fight seems like it's a reality, people are starting to get nervous now. People are saying that, well, Terence Crawford is going to lose. Look how he looked in the Majimov fight and all that stuff. But Terence Crawford can actually win that fight if he boxes smart. So what I want to do in this video is I just want to kind of demonstrate, certain strategies that Terence Crawford should use against Canelo Alvarez, because a lot of people think it's hard, but it's actually not. It's simple. It's basically just dealing with a big, strong fighter. Now, granted, he's a big, strong fighter who's also got skills, but have we not been saying that Terence Crawford is more skillful than Canelo Alvarez for years? So if that's the case, I kind of want to show y'all what he should do. So, one, y'all know Terence Crawford, he always comes out orthodox. So he's going to come out orthodox, and he's going to, feel around and see what Canelo is bringing him. What he have to do is keep him at the end of the stick. Keep him with the jab. Use his knees too. He's going to have to be like that. And y'all know he don't stay orthodox too long. He really only stay orthodox maybe like the first 15 to 20, 30 seconds in the first round. So what he's going to do is he's going to move around. And as he's moving around, he's going to come southpaw. And when he's southpaw, what he needs to do is Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. And it's funny because, in contrast, he would be more like Marvin Hagler because Marvin Hagler was a switch hitter. But Terence Crawford himself needed to use the Sugar Ray Leonard game plan against Marvin Hagler, which is legs. Legs is key. Legs is essential. So he just needs to move around the entire fight. It may be a boring fight. It may be one of them fights that people ain't gonna like. But he just needs to just use his legs and to stay boxing him. But he got to get respect every now and then. So every now and then, he needs to come forward, hit him with some combinations, and then get back moving. That's all you gotta do. So he, and then keep moving again. Just get, because Canelo, he got good upper body, all that stuff, but he ain't really got legs. Canelo's good for legs. Look what he did with Victor Postal. That's all he really got to do. You just be on his bike, use his jab, give him nice strong jabs, give him some hooks every now and then. And y'all know Crawford, he like to catch people in between shots. So when he get inside the exchange, he got to be careful. Catch him with some strong shots. Do some pivots up in him. Don't get greedy. Get back on the bike. Just keep moving again. That's all he got to do. If he can keep that up for 12 rounds, he's going to win. Now, of course, I can see him doing that good for like 6-7 rounds. And then Canelo is going to, Eddie Reynoso and everybody, they're going to start trying to tell Canelo to pick it up. So Canelo, orthodox. So he's going to start trying to cut the ring off on him and trapping him. Because y'all know how Canelo do. He stalks you and gets you in between shots. But Terence Crawford got to do the same thing. He got to catch Canelo in between shots. He just got to be quicker with his hands and his feet. And he got to be quicker with his head because he got to look. He got to be looking, seeing what he's doing. And then he got to keep moving. But if Crawford do that, he'll be good. Now let's just say Crawford didn't want to use his bite, and he wanted to stay in the center of the ring with Canelo. Well, he still got to do everything I just said, but he got to be more faster because now he ain't really got the room to, because when you out here in the fighter back there, you can kind of keep your hands down a little bit because that's how it is. Like when you close, you up here. When you come back, you kind of, let your stuff fall down a little bit. But as you get, if you notice in the fights, people do stuff like that. As they get closer, their hand comes up and they get more back in, fighting stage because you don't want to be. So if he decides to not use his bite, but he decides to, want to kind of exchange with Canelo, then he still got to be fast, but he got to, he got to, he just got to be quick with it. He got to be with the exchange and turning them. That's really what I want to try to get to say. He got to get his stuff off, keep turning to Canelo. Pivot. And that's going to frustrate Canelo. Now, that's not a good strategy for a 12-round fight, so especially with someone like Canelo versus Terence, who's a smaller person going up in weight. So if he did that, he would have to do that in spots. And it's not smart to do that in the first half of the fight either. Like, because you kind of want him to you want, if you Crawford, you want Canelo to kind of slow down a little bit. So that's why he got to use his legs. He got to invest in the body. Now, Canelo, he got a chin. But what I noticed is not a lot of people really test Canelo's body like that. Not that I've really seen. So I think Crawford should test Canelo's body just to see, how vulnerable he is to the body. Now that's going to be dangerous because every time you go for the body, you leave yourself open for something, especially like if you're on the outside and you like trying to come in with a jab. So you gotta. That's why I tell you, like when you box, you gotta move your head, even when you jab. And if you notice, when I'm jabbing, my arm is like this, protecting, and this is like this. Then when you come back, same thing. He gotta do that real fast. Cause if not, Canelo can straight. You know what I mean? Like the feint, boom, come right down on him. Well, he's orthodox, so he boom, come right down. So Crawford gonna have to look out for that, but it don't matter. He's still gonna have to invest in that body. So he's gonna have to do the Floyd Mayweather. Upstairs, downstairs, every now and then. Don't make it too often. Upstairs, downstairs. You know what I mean? Boom, like, cause sometimes you can lead with the lead hand. So do that every now and then. Shoot, you could even do the Pacquiao when he. I don't think Terence Crawford trained for that, so I wouldn't try that. But that would be decent. Like boop boop, and pivot, come with this tough stuff. A good strategy for real, to be honest with you, is like Lomachenko. If Terence Crawford had a Lomachenko style, that would beat Canelo Alvarez, but Terence Crawford don't fight like Lomachenko. But if he was on that southpaw, just stay like this and keep feinting him every now and then, keep coming on the side, because that's how Lomachenko get people. He feints you, like he gets you mentally drained. All the while he feinting, he easing in. And then he'll come, he might jab or something, but then he'll pivot to the side. And he's so fast with it when he pivots to the side and come this way, he already like right here on the side of you. And you still like, so by the time you try to react, it's kind of too late. And so Crawford should try to implement something like that. Now, if they fighting in May, that's 5 months. So he can learn some stuff like that. Within 5 months, he ain't going to be able to learn Lomachenko's style. But just like certain little moves, like certain little feints, little stuff, you know what I mean? Usyk do the same thing. You know what I mean? So, because Crawford, when he's southpaw, he more so kind of, you know what I mean? Unless he just moving around and stuff. Now, he is like this more so. And he'll be like this. But I don't know if that's necessarily going to work on Canelo Alvarez. Because Canelo is just too good for that. And Canelo, while he doing all that, Canelo just going to be easing forward and just dipping all that because Canelo's strong. And he's thick too. So he's going to be in all that and trying to catch Crawford. So Crawford just got to be smart with it. And just box. Don't try to make it a war tactic. Don't try to make it like a macho man-on-man type thing. Make it a clean, boring fight. Kind of like how I would say Floyd, he can implement a little bit of that, but then Canelo got too good for that. And Canelo ain't going to fall for that no more. But a little bit of stuff that Floyd was doing, especially if he like tried to stay in the pocket with it, because if y'all notice that fight with Floyd and Canelo, Floyd was mainly in the pocket. He just was like, I mean, in the shoulder roll, and he just was catching everything and coming back off of it. But Crawford don't do all that stuff. He can't do the Bivol because Bivol was too big, different game plan. But he can mix in a little bit of that Floyd with what Laura was doing. Because if y'all remember, go back to the legs, what I said at the beginning of the video. Laura used his legs. Laura was just dancing around. It was looking beautiful. I thought Laura won that fight against Canelo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And it's so funny. I was watching that fight maybe like a month and a half ago. I watched it again. just to make sure. Because sometimes I go back on, like prime example. I used to think that Floyd Mayweather lost to Castillo the first fight, and for years I thought that. And then one day I went back and watched it again, and I was like, you know what? Floyd did win that fight. And then I watched it again just to make sure. And I was like, yeah, Floyd won. It was a close fight, but Floyd won it. And then he clearly won the second fight. So I went back and watched Laura and Canelo and did the same thing. And I thought Laura won that fight. Uh, and because of the legs, and Canelo still haven't figured out how the way to beat fighters with beautiful legs, just like he didn't beat Bivol. I believe the legs is the key to beating Canelo, especially with a person like Terence Crawford. So he got to be on his bike. He got to move. He got to feint. He got to be perfect from round 1 to round 12 because I don't think it's going to be a stoppage unless Canelo stop Crawford. But I really don't think it's going to be a stoppage. And even if Canelo beat, I think Crawford is good enough to still go the distance. I think Crawford might get hurt, but if he do the things that I'm saying, then he really won't get hurt. If he can do mixed lower legs and stuff and Floyd with that Sugar Ray Leonard game plan, basically the last 45 seconds of every round, just teeing off on them and then moving so the judges have that lasting impression so they give you the round, then I think he will beat Canelo in the fight. But I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen. And then we got to see some training footage too. We got to see how they looking in camp, and I can give you a little bit more insight. Probably switch up game plans just to see how they are. I probably do one for Canelo next because there's a lot of things that Canelo can do to beat Terence Crawford as well. So that's just it. That's just what I think that Terence Crawford should do. But let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all comments down below, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.